Close enough to the hour? Happy Monday, good morning people. Good morning, Rake. And hello game in 3, 2, there's the music. Cause I think what we're all here for. Quick, cheeky tours of Animal Crossing. Just a quick one, I promise. Cause as you can see with the map in the corner, I've actually finished the geographical changing of words. Of Bella, forgot my own Anna's name. So while Elder King scrolls up. No, loads up. Gonna give a quick tour. Here we have the Peach District, all raised up off sea level. Intended to be the Western Village, a bit smaller, and the cultural center, got the museum here, and the intent was that museum and cafes and other stuff would be here, but turns out Animal Crossing's a very drip-fed game. Cafes and whatnot won't be till much later in future updates. Cherry districts, parks, and so on. Hey Al. Orange District, finally all brought above ground. For the primary village to the east. An Apple District, for shops and administrative centers. And everything beyond that is wilderness. Little party beach going on here. We got volleyball, but no volleyball nets. Don't mind the turnips. A little chine down here, or washout where Zucker lives, the barbecue area, complete with you can't have a barbecue, picnic, or party without ants. Then wilderness. The pride and joy of Bella. The entire point was have your village settlement, a little commercial and residential needs met, along with the ecological needs. So most of the island is pretty much undeveloped, completely. Little campground down there, little waterfall up here. Feeding out to a lake by my house. Little springs cloistered up in the mountains. And gave a bit more of a high ground water source up here, since the original hydrology was that the only main source of water was I can't even scroll to it. That bit of a lake in the northwest, and that didn't make much sense to me, so all this is now the source. Bit of free Guinea lore, but my upbringing was on Saipan. And so when I got the quote-unquote Zen-style stone this weekend, you know, had to put... It's a bit macabre, but it is home, it is my history, it is the history of the islands. Occupations by this power and that ever since the Age of Sail. And most recently, Japanese occupation before and during the World War, to be kicked out by American occupation, and as the Americans came in, war propaganda being war propaganda, women, children, soldiers, encouraged to jump off the cliffs at the north end of the island. Because when the Americans get here, they're gonna do such horrible things. Like Nanking was so pleasant. And so this pretty much calls to mind Suicide Cliff, Bonsai Cliff. It's a bit sobering, but I imagine these islands are Pacific bound, so it would very likely be in Bella's history. Secret hidden fishing spot? Oh, and of course, this is the modern day, so green energy all the way. I think it was a UAE that stepped in to provide, was it solar panels or water desalinizations in Angar? But yeah, you can't be a forward-minded Pacific Island micronation without some desire for renewables. And that's it. That's a beautiful Isla Bellator. Little bit of indulgence I wanted. So now then, what we're really here for. Turns out mashing keyboard does make it load faster. So where was I? Who are you guys? Zealots? Orcish army, Orcish army. Okay, now just regular levies. Left off on Friday, if I could possibly remember. Yakuta, pretty much entirely conquered. But for this tiny island out here, in Kardesh. Wait, that means you guys managed to take a Ranbu all on your own. Well done. Right, we went ahead and took Scarhammer. Said Scarhammer is going to be easy, and for the most part it was. Only really Winterhold and East March and the Rift nearby enough to come through, to rescue them. Colomian Estates, Chedenhall, Skingrad, someone close by, gotta march over. So I figured, at my leisure, I could siege stuff down here, kick out some armies, and boom, world be won. Except there's something that the realms or political map mode does not tell you that terrain would, and that is all of this gets snowed in with harsh, severe winters in the winter. And that means supply limit drops way down. And no army could sustain themselves up here. One, but more by luck than anything. So Scarhammer's taken, bit more to Skyrim. Got the Tharns. Matcha married, good choice. The Tharns decided from Lydia's Tharn himself as my future vassals for the Chedenhall jail area. And who do you descend from, Inuchi? Just Bravilus. But the important thing is you're Nibinaean, and you are going to be my Nibinaean presence within Nibinae. Ideally, you do have a claim on Nibinae that will not be inherited, but a weak claim is a weak claim. Kick the Khajiits out of Skingrad, because the Khajiits have been extra expansive this time around. I don't know if they're doing the same thing I want to do and bring peace to Tamriel, by way of conquering it all under a single strong ruler. But I don't think that's the case. The Khajiit have their homeland they got elsewhere, Senshal. All they've been kicked out of is the northern rim and the bits around the lake, around the Niben Bay and Redmond, or the Niben River. And all this is just turning Khajiit. So they're not unifying anyone but themselves. Oh, right. Also got some green pack Bosmers as my vassals, and Slodes. Actually have slodes. He's not zealous, but I can't quite get a high enough opinion to actually like me enough to convert to the cult of Malakath. But he does follow the cult of Clavicus Vile, so we are within the same religious group, both worshipping the Daedra. Alinor's down in Pyandonia. Sorry, Ognum. They kicked Ognum out of Barbas. Ah. Wait, I don't see the circle. Is he not bedridden? His bedriddenness has gone up to mere severe illness. Cool. But it seems nothing's gonna kill Ognum this time. When I played this in years back, Ognum dying is almost as reliable as Cena dying. Who do you want married to? Yakuda, you want to marry my cousin, who's married to nobody else? Alright, sure. She's an okay steward though. Do I need her stewardship skills? My uncle is currently steward, though she would be better. But then she'd also be a malcontent. Doesn't matter right now, but on the off chance that I do end up incapacitated for one reason or another, and in a regency, that would matter, so go ahead, take her. And who you? You want to kidnap some random woman? No. And faction. 160% independent faction. How? Johanna, at least. Don't we have a non-aggression pact? We don't? I thought we did. What do you say we marry? I have no daughters. What do you say we marry your daughter to my uncle? Cool. And who else might be willing? Why are these guys all at mutilated kin? Did I? Murder close kin? Did I? I don't recall doing that. One seat on council, infidel Orcimer, I get. Oh, right, Daggerfall. Because your dad was a good Cult of Malakath follower, but you had to go and convert. Am I powerful enough that if I ask you to revoke titles, you'll say no, you're too rebellious? Power and base reluctance could be accommodated, but rebellious? There's kind of a hard lock on that. Well, I have money, don't I? I have money, and money means, why don't I just hire some mercs? Because I've hired all the mercs in the entire world. Well, what's a few more? Just to bump up my number some. Non-aggression pact. Hagriven Uprising? And Markarth? We haven't even left Markarth yet. Well, I guess we did just conquer them, so they might still be a bit sore. Who are you? Solstein. Ah, right, Solstein. North of Morrowind. Well, sure, if he wants a non-aggression pact. He is old, I'm middle-aged, has my magicka. 46 out of 46. Ooh, what about a spell? Raise people's opinion on me. Tranquility, revolt risk, improve relations with your target's provincial rulers. Yeah, sure. Improve relations with my provincial rulers. And then... where was it? These are just stat stuff. Beguiling presence. Raise people's opinion of me. How's my threat now? Not too bad. See, they like me more. You are straight up in the positives. State Diplomacy 10, sent gift, gave an artifact. Manipulate emotions, +10. And he likes necromancers, but guiding presence, +10. Gotta get him to 80. I kind of want to get him all the way up to 80. And how's Malakath? 87 ardor only. Boo. Any artifacts to give him? Bosmeti armor is more ardor. Ring of Aegis, take it. It's pretty much just a shield. And I got prisoners for him. I got plenty of prisoners for him. An Altmer that worships the Hag Ravens. That's kinda cool. Civi... Nah. What's your value? Has a bloodline. Cool. Malakath does enjoy the taste of bloodlines. Yo, get in here. You can't escape the altar. Hold up, Malakath. One more on the plate. Feovar can't escape either. All that and Malakath gazes inwards. Am I spoiling him again? Is that it? Mages and scholars across the known world are in agreement. Malakath has lost interest in the mortal world as of late. Dealings between Malakath and mortal clients have been declining, not out of interest the latter, but lack of strong communication for the former. Some believe that Malakath plans to withdraw entirely into his realm. Oh. Still triumphant, just interactive. Do they mean inactive? Because interactive kind of implies that he's interacting. Or I guess they mean he is interactive, so he offers some favors and boons, but not so much that he could call in everything you want. Like he still does. May receive most boons, may call Daedric invasions, just might not call lesser Daedric hordes. So he's there. He's present. And either way can still call the Daedric invasion. All I cannot call is a lesser Daedric horde. And I don't think I really care about the lesser Daedric horde. Every time I've tried to use it, they die so quickly. Highgate's up here. And all by himself. All you have is no vassals. Thaindom of Highgate. You're all by yourself. Who do I have here? See, even for the Reachmen, I give them self-determination and self-governance. And goodbye, mercs. They're on way rest. Aren't they? Any mercs in this stack? No, that was just them over here. Oh, right, on Frostcrag. Frostcrag was going to be another easy target, right? Because in Frostcrag, the bulk of them is made up of, well, Duchy Frostcrag. Conquer 1, 2, 3. That's most of the war score. Conquer 1 or 1 or 1 or 1. And that's the whole thing 1. And then little Timmy here, little Yard Dagot of Frostcrag, decided, you know what, no. If you're going to do a holy war against Frostcrag for the cult of Malakath because I worship the Divines, then ha! Joke's on you. Now I worship the cult of Malakath. Invalidating the war. I could possibly still conquer him. But that's not the same. That's a war with the entire world just for one county, when the point was to avoid that. I could take Cheydinhall, can't I? Has that shit expired yet? The truce has expired. Oh no, that's right, we never went to war with him. He declared war on me, foolishly, because the AI does not know how to say no to favors. Is Skingrad still outside of the defensive pact? I don't get it. For some reason, Skingrad has decided that they are not going to be in this defensive pact. I do enjoy that a nice big target's right next to me, but doesn't he realize that that makes him a very attractive target? And we've only got 5 more years of truce that he could break anytime I want. If I wanted, say, a direct border with elsewhere. Or to take up some more Bosmer lands to get back to the Bosmer. Which I probably should, because it is turning Khajiiti very quickly. At the very least, most of the Bosmer land's gonna stay Bosmer. This bit's already taken by me. And most of it's held by Bosmer. And some of it in Khajiiti lands or Colovian lands hasn't been converted yet. Who am I missing? Just commanders. Good. And a court painter. We have eligible court painters. Solitude. It's a bit dull though, wasn't he? But he is a painter. So why not? King of Solitude, you can be my court painter. Court musician. The Sheriff of Way. Nobody's eligible for court poet or court or chief architect. My mother could be the exarch. Huh. Or the wise woman, I mean. The mother of a chieftain, and is generally an individual who has studied alchemy, herbalism, and various arcane arts for decades. They often craft potions and poisons, and are religious leaders at court. Cool? Wait, no vatted hearthwives. Have I only got the one wife? I do. So you shouldn't be the hunt's wife then, or the forge wife. You should be the hearth wife. Six commanders down. Alright, hold on. Hrothgar. Soulshriven. Soulshriven's always acting up though. And Solitude. Court painter and commander. There's an overlap, I'm sure. Oh wait, but he's dull though. What's one dull commander? It's not gonna be the end of the world. Under Kingdom of, good. I should probably take Herne. Yakutan. And the Merchant Republic, that's kind of cool. And all this is Duchy Herne. Which is great. Which means I could just take you on, island to island to island, and war's done. Isn't that right? Inquisition against Herne. Auto cost is 250 of my expansive favor. And he's a Merchant Republic, so we'll roll over quickly. Let me take Highgate first. And get some boats in here, because I am going to need boats. Slowed boats. Got slowed boats in here. Is that all of them? Doesn't feel like all the boats, but if it says at 60, I'll take its word for it. 68 even. King Nemec II of Daggerfall. Are you more? No. He's 8 divines too. All of you guys, 8 divines. That's not so divine. Alright, let's see if I can't sway you then. All I gotta do is get you up to 80. And that'll be enough to ask you to convert. Well, I guess I could create more titles, couldn't I? Could, surely. Great Army of Malakath. A de jure Empire title. Oh, that's tempting. First things first, though. Do we have any more duchy titles? Well, I guess it wouldn't matter if it's in Daggerfall or elsewhere, would it? But let me give him Dania first. %4 positive. He doesn't hate me now. Titular Duchy of the Iliac Bay? Nah. You know, it doesn't really matter. What I could just do is give him a duchy that he has no lands on. He'll take the 50 opinion and then he'll break it afterwards. And what is he doing? Davide's claim on Penmarch. Where's Penmarch? And more importantly, who's winning? $5,000 versus 2,000. It'll be fine then. Let them do their thing. And boom, like that. 100% opinion. Though I can't ask you yet to convert for me since you're still at war. How's the progress of it? 4%? What if I ask you peace with Hrothgar? Excellent, good. Now can I request religious conversion? Refuse to convert? After all I've done for him? Well, I could ask him again, it's just gonna take a while. For 5 years. Expires 3540. When does the granted title expire? 3545. That's fine then, he'll still like me. Who's this? Oh, prisoner. 16 years of age, bloodline of Bremen, that's it. Nah, just feed her to Malakath. Even if he's being a little grumpy spoiled baby, given too many presents, too much food, and now he doesn't want to play. Yay, easy war. There's ruins here? There are ruins. Ancient Nordic ruins. Frostflow, can I get you? Currently, Ironbinder War for someone else's claim on Winterhold. Temba's claim on Sarthal. Frostflow, you're Autumn of Ironbind. Defending. Ah, but you're helping. You're not at risk yourself. That's good. That means it'll be much easier for me. More Hagraven cultists, no matter. Still making 67 gold per month. What am I losing? Losing 12 in expenses. Retinue upkeeps. And I've got mercs, really? Mercs where? 15 mercs. 15 mercs, sucking up 4 gold a month. 4.5. No thanks. %, every 12 days. I'll just sit here and wait. Do you want to marry my kinswoman, Anna Valaria? Sure, we have a pact, right? You have one more wife available. I have no daughters. No daughters. Alright, fine. Is this really 60 boats? I count 43 boats, not 68. Well, there's a few more coming. There's. Still doesn't equate to 68, I don't think. $28. With 18 in tow, really? Oh, right. 2 over my vassal limit now. I should see about how to fix that. Who to give land to? There should be Nordic lands, so do we have any Nords in the realm? Search realm for Nord. There are Nords. You're not Nord. You're an orc, it says right there. Alright, so. Not to ruler. Maybe married? Don't know, don't care. Adult? Not prisoner. Where's not prisoner? So you're a proper Nord, and you already worship Malakath. That's a good start. Malakath Nord. Dull and ambitious. These are all my Nords. Alright. Well, despite being a bit dull, he does have the most martial on them, and some good commander traits, and a family already. Lothian of the Rift. Well, why not? This is where? Frostflow, right? Frostflow. And where else? What was this one? Not Morvenhull. Was it Morvenhull? No, Highgate. Highgate. Hello, gate. And who's Hearn defending from? High Chief Jer the Cautious, inquisitorial conflict in Hearn. What's Jer the High Chief of? Oh, all the way up here. Oh, does that mean you're losing then? If all of Hearn's armies are up here. Kicking your butt. 36% in favor of Governor Husni the Affable. So yeah, gotta rescue my vassal. Can't expect him to just finish up then. Added wolf to the treasury. Well, that's pretty cool. He's got a common roundsea and a wolf. A wolf, a predatory carnivore that often hunts and lives in packs. Though they are rightly feared as intelligent, deadly hunters, wolves rarely attack sentient beings unless they feel threatened or starved, likely sensing that doing so is more danger than it's worth. Whomever has managed to gain the fealty of a wolf is certainly an interesting individual. For although dogs are descended from ancient wolves, wolves themselves are notoriously difficult to break, never relinquishing their animalistic nature for long. Cool. Wait, what sword was that? Oh, Superior Dwarven Sword. Martial 3, Personal Combat 11. That's nice. But as you heard about Ebony, Martial 4, Personal Combat 16. How's the epidemic situation anyway? Come to think of it. Yellow fever all in the north, consumption and typhoid in the southern waters. Oh, that is a lot of typhoid. The Sekirat and Nahatan flu's gone though. That's some positive. And how is the wealth distribution? No, so it's not wealth. That's not why we have plague all over the place. Just bad luck then? Evoker 2, Wizard. I get to be a wizard in the Mages Guild. On top of Emperor of nearly all Tamriel. When it started, I was hoping it'd just be one bad dream and one night without any sleep. But the nightmares won't go away. I cannot focus on anything, and the sleeplessness is making it especially difficult to deal with other people. I feel like a wreck. Why won't these nightmares end? Horrific nightmares for the next 2 years. Ooh, minus 25% morale of armies. -1 to everything, except diplomacy, which is -3. Wait, Duncarn, don't tell me you are the Grand Wizard. He is the Archmage. Nice, one of our own gets to be Archmage, 27 learning. Alright, he is smarter than us. So what could I do as a wizard? Lifestyle training for alchemist, magician, or saboteur. Medium or hard quests, more prestige, temple build cost. Easy medium quests, trivial easy quests. Study specialization. Mage training to gain passive experience. Infestation mage. Rulers can personally take care of any infestation requiring the assistance of a mage's guild. And as the Archmage, could affect the status of necromancy. Can I raise more dead armies? Where do I check that even? Transmute, dual experience, battlefield experience. Owns Holy Relic. But where are my necromantic tokens? Well, if I was above my tokens, it wouldn't let me, would it? Yeah, disappears. Malakath, more num-nums. Maybe if I keep feeding you, eventually you'll come back out of hiding. What could I usurp? Scarhammer. I could, except Scarhammer would only be one duchy out of 4 that she has. If I could usurp her title and all these people go independent, that'd be amazing. What does she have duchies of? Glenmoral, Skyborn, Bleakwind, Skyborn, Glenmoral. So she'll still maintain either all of it or most of it. So I cannot take them out from under her. Too bad. Three commanders down. Really? And why so few boats? Have they stopped liking me here? Oh well. Might as well then. Take on the entire world for a bit of Hearn. You know, gonna be honest, I don't think that today's conquests are going to be as expansive as they used to be. Because there's more people, or well, I don't know about more people, but more giant polities all packed up against me than ever before. If I had a butt ton of boats, then I suppose one possibility is to, say, declare war on Alinor. Could I get much from you? I could... oh right, because I got land right here. Could take Cloud Rest, Kolgrad, Dusk, First Hold, all huge chunks of land. Siege things down and wait. Well, it might work out here. It probably won't, because the Somerset Isle is huge. But if I take Alinor on directly, there'd be nobody but Alinor to come and help, because everyone else will rely on boats. And everyone else, with the exception of, say, the Merchant Republics, are pretty bad at boats. So honestly, taking on Alinor might be the safest bet. I'll still have to defend from 5,000 troops. And there's also going to be the attrition to be concerned with. Because something tells me that the Altmare peasants are not going to want a dozen thousand sneaking orcish brutes Just trapeze it about their gardens and begonias. But because I do have land here, taking things on the border should be safe. And you'd be what, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of land. If I were to go for first hold, and 5. So attrition-wise, this would be a safe bet to take. Then King's Haven afterwards, because it's coastal, and coastal does mean a bit more allowance with a supply limit, and being close by helps too. But it's still a whole lot of Alinor. There's taking the war target, which is more war score. You know, might just work. Because Alinor usually is the biggest risk to me, because they get all their troops, all their 5,000 up onto boats, boat them all up to Wayrest, and there goes me, because I got a war all the way out in the Clovian Estates or Cheydinhal or Imine. While back at home we got High Elves, smash it about the capital. But because of priorities, if I'm sieging stuff down here, then that 5,000 troops will want to come back up this way, and siege it back out from under me, and not fly all the way out north just to pay me a visit. So it could work. All I'll have to worry about is everybody else's armies going after my fringe, which will cut down war score a fair bit, but who cares about that? If I take the target, maybe take their capital, and keep people out of the Somerset Isles, either war score will eventually tick up, or Alinor will capitulate and say fine, take the island, just get out of here. But first Herne, because Herne's easy. And yet more Hagraven's cult cannot turn around for a second. Excuse me? Largespur is free? Oh, you're all the way out here. Largespur. I remember Largespur. Sure. Let's have an non-aggression pact with Largespur. And Heron's just 1, 2, and 3 islands. Safe. Even in my own homeland, now that this is ours, winter still makes awful supply limits. Base 5, mountain, severe winter -5. Youch. At least peasant revolts, religious uprisings tend to be just light infantry primarily. So we're gonna chill on the revolt risk now? No, still massive. Religious unrest, affiliate with nightmares. Local revolt risk, 25%. How about is it here? 39%. Well, how's my war chief? War chief is 29, marshal, so I could stick him here instead. Enforce martial law. Local revolt risk down by 29%. Have we got it in the 30s? 34 with the King of Gehenna. Well, Falkreath is 84 years of age, he's gonna die anyway. Why are you in the black? I have no clue what that means. Gray means, of course, you cannot put people here because you don't own it. Green means you can put people here. What does black mean? Is that my vassal's troops taking up somewhere here? Hi, Chieftain Akos. Well done, you. One more Iron Hop, then war's done. And still cities. And one castle. 58 days. Well, what's the worst that could happen? It's not like anyone's gonna pop out this way, are they? Eleanor, right on schedule. Which is fine, we'll beat them up here, long before they seize on Wayrest. But I probably should bump things up a bit more. Because Wayrest is always going to be target number 1. And she surrenders anyway. Surrendered under these terms, gain everything, while she loses everything. Colovian Estates, what's your bloodline? Riemann, Ravila, same as always. And he hates me, so I can't get any favor from him to marry her daughter me. So I guess she's just gonna be dinner then. Alright, my skeletons. Forget about you. Oh, I see now. Because my vassal's vassal was already occupying here, Hearn gets to exist a day longer, but just a day. Because now that this is your only piece of land left, already occupied by Akos, that's 100%. Which is fine. City capital, city capital. How's the other merchant puppet doing? Workin. They've got a few bits of control, but not much. And you belong to Sentinel, right? To Sentinel. What's too much republics? Make you county capital, and give it to some crown person. Who's in court that could take it? Strong and 21 intrigue. I think that means you'll make a fine governor. Strasmakai? Is this Strasmakai? We did just take Strasmakai. Cool. And Kaspar. Kaspar for you as well. Transfer you out to Sentinel, then when the time is right. I always imagined I'd be the first of us to go, but now I am the one mourning the departure of my dear friend. Aww, he was friends with a Khajiit. A Khajiit with a bloodline. Kergo and Eshita. Never again will I hear Dronahane's jolly laugh or receive her wise counsel. It is as if I have lost an essential part to myself. I feel so powerless. Leave me alone. I don't want your sympathies. Friendship only hurt in the end. Who's this? My friend, Commander Kahil. Lock yourself in your chambers or refuse to see anyone. Having returned from the battlefield, I still do not feel at home. My body is here, but my mind is still in Karmala. Sometimes I wonder if I did the right thing, if I died right there and this is all a nightmare. Sometimes I cannot breathe. Become a lusty drunkard to deal with it. Punch somebody, become wrathful. Or solitude. That's all I need. Some time alone. This is a more scholarly person, so maybe some time alone will help him out some more. Cool, you're gone. And still Akos, and only Akos. Which means... de jure, Herne, create, and give all to you, creating a new Merchant Republic. Governor of the Chain, Merchant Republic, and I do like collecting Merchant Republics. Oh, there's Adenor's army. Marching all the way across the world. But that's just 53. Where's the rest of them? Did he boat them back? Or did he choose to just drop them? New heir? Excuse me, but what is wrong with my own heir? I've only got the one son. Spaghetti code, I bet. Sometimes the game forgets. Yeah, for some reason the game thinks that my own son, my literal son, is not in the line of succession. It does that sometimes, it's not even that rare. And who are you? Gosh Nukur, where's that at? Well, he is a free orc. Why not? We could share an aggression pact. I'll simply ask him later on if he wants to sign up with me, and he'll say yes because of the huge power discrepancy. So who is Fadanesi defending from? High Chief Ronaldin the Just, Hearthgrove War. And who else? Crow Haven, Inquisitorial Conflict and Woodhearth. Must they? Must the Colovians keep pushing into Elfish lands? And Woodhearth is where? Right in his core, too. It's just gonna be one county. And are these really all the boats I'm afforded? Come on, you guys got more boats than that. Give me the rest. Just five more. Do they hate me, is that it? They all hate me now and refuse to give any boats. Well, that's fine, I guess. That should be enough to get people down here. And really, all I should do is station out of them in Lilywood. Still building. And fort level is 5. Just 5. Need at least one more for security purposes. How about this? Split you in twain. And just do some back and forth for a while. Not with me leading, because that's a surefire way for scurvy. And who are you again? Falkreath. 85-year-old Falkreath want to marry. Your son, but not your primary son, to my less capable cousin. Diarrheas, fertility down, health down, martial intrigue. So her being less capable is not because of her diarrhea, just because she's lame. Sure then, take her, free up some space. Hey, more boats. Too late, but more boats. Short more commanders. And do you want to marry the heir to Sentinel to random courtier, a random widow at that? Really, you're a strapping young buck of 23 years. And you want your third wife to be 36 years of age. Well, I guess if that's who he wants. Who am I to stand in the way of love? And what year is it? 35, 37? So still cannot ask Daggerfall to convert properly to the cult of Malakath. Your daily routine involves repeatedly swinging your blade at training dummy. However, you can only learn so much from fighting an animate enemy, and the practice gets dreadfully dull after a while. So take in sparring partner. Don't want to fight your friends? That's what friends are for. Friends are made for fighting. Troops on his border, reinforcing 150 per month for a possible max of 7,888. Give a quick check. He's got a whopping 7,480 or 7,480 dudes. A mere 1,500 of his own men, 4,000 from vassals. 1443 events spawned. But that's divided up all over his realm. Ooh, what if? Start things off with a bit of raiding. Weaken up the targets. that means he'll be hostile to me for the time being while I'm raiding, and for like a year out afterwards. Which would draw his armies to me, and gives me a chance to weaken him, if he takes the bait. Oh, he's taking bait alright. Cool. His loss, my gain. And watch me die in combat from petty raid. No? Cool. And whose truce is expiring? King Asilius the Haggard. The Clovian Estates. Dare I? Clovian Estates has gotten smaller, which does make them a somewhat easier target. So could go for Sankar Tor or the Colovian Highlands. Either one would be easy pickings. He's kind of isolated from any friends or allies, so I could swoop right in, take what I want, spend a few months just siege down everything. By the time his friends get here, kick them out and fight by fight by fight. Then easy win. Where to first then? The Adenor campaign as I wanted. Or Calovia. Adenor, Calovia. Adenor, Calovia. On the one hand, Adenor is a bigger target. On the other, Adenor is a bigger target. If I do take Adenor first, it'd be a kick in the pants for him. I'd be drawing all of their troops up to me, kicking their butts to take their lands. Not their primary lands, so their total troop count won't suffer too much. But their current troop count will. That's 7,000 elves who will not be sailing up to Wayrest. Dear Exarch Shabab II of the Orcish Empire, we're having some trouble with one of your petty nobles who was visiting Marbuk. His behavior being unacceptable will be quite the understatement, and I'll have to take action soon. Swallow my pride, take responsibility, or false accusations. We just became friends, and now he's grandstanding to aggrandize himself, and make himself bigger than the Exarch of the Orcish Empire himself. Nonsense. Is she leading now? Or he leading? No, he's not leading any armies. Why do you hate me, though? Pillage my lands would do that. And who's your heir? Ah, she's already married. And I've already got a favorite... She's already married? But she doesn't live in the court of any close family. Your husband is a Malmare who believes in the cult of Boethia and a drunkard and a sloth. So I'm sure all sorts of people want you dead. Base plot power is already almost half. Oh, lots of people want him dead. Lots of people indeed. The plan now becomes obvious. murder her husband, then use a favor on her to invite her to court, and then marry her. I don't think that'll force a non-aggression pact with Adenor, though. If I had asked Adenor to let me marry her and he said yes, if she was in his court, that would be a non-aggression pact. But because she's not in his court, it wouldn't be instantaneous non-aggression pact. And especially not if I invite her over and marry her first. It gives the option, but just an option. Because you're in the court. Oh, you are in his court. In his court, but not close family. And I can't get a favor from you because you hate me. Opinion of, you're a threat, face reluctance. Soon to add declared war on top of that. But that's fine, it still works out, because in his court, but not close family, so wait for you to die, then invite you over. Invite to court, use favor, currently cannot because she's married. And that is a temporary situation. And even if we don't get an non-aggression pact from her, right? Even if then, she's young, she's only 46 years of age, which for an Altmer is young. That'll give me some cool bloodlines, and a claim on Adenor that will inherit to our children. So if she gives me any good green children, then I'll simply use their claim to take all of Adenor at once. In the meantime, though... Wait, I can't declare war? Raised army levies? I don't have raised army levies. Oh, I do have raised army levies. Where? Where? Are they here? Have they been combined? Retinues? Event spawned? All levies will return home. Oh. Were you attached here then? Well, that couldn't be right, because there were levies on you. There were levies on you. Weird. Well, now to make the High Elves hate me even more. If it's any consolation, they'll hate me even more and more once I give all of this island to the Slodes. Or was it? First hold? It is first hold. Now then, to make some big mistakes. At least I know for a fact that they don't have any armies in Wayrest. Because they're all hostile to me, would have seen them, like this guy here. Really banking on nobody else having votes. Pyandonians aren't in this, are they? Okay, good. This is not their fight. Everyone else is. Everybody short of Ardenfell, and whatever high house is here. Well, let's make the magic happen then. "948 skeletal warriors, a singular heavy infantryman, and a bunch of spearmen. What do these guys provide? I have no idea what they provide battle-wise. Attack values? 0.01, 0.01, 0.05. Defense? Mostly defensives? I guess that's good then. Have them come to me. My co-conspirator, Kinlady Tanior First Hold, has let me know of First Hold. I'm going for her lands, and she's still helping me out. Let me know that Halmer will die by poisoned wine in an upcoming banquet. Classic. First, collect everyone onto boats. Coalesce everyone. A whopping +1 fort level, an actual whole integer. Earth level of the castle is now high enough to force the enemy to build ladders. Or I could put a moat too. Go from a dry moat, just a dry ditch, to an actual trenched moat. Well, still a dry ditch, but deeper ditch. %, war score already, 9%. So it could be then, all I have to do is siege down the primary war target. Success. It seems one did not agree with Hormrin. He died, not knowing the name of his killer. Which means you are suddenly free, single, and ready to mingle with the orcs. No, refuses to come to my court, false religion. But why isn't to buy favor on her, that she has no choice but to accept? Currently considering an invite to court offer from us. Currently considering. Hagrimans, please. Scarhammer. Thought I had my man on you. Oh, and Scarhammer, not over here. That'll happen. We'll wait on it. An heir to the Kingdom of Valinor. Oh, that is great. If that guy dies without producing any kids, then my wife becomes Queen of Valinor. Let's make you my forge wife or hunt wife? My forge wife, perhaps, responsible for the running of the stronghold, its forge, and training other orcs to the stronghold and the ways of smithing. Forge wife produces or manages the production of the most of the weapons and armors used by orc wars on the battlefield. She could oversee it. How's that? And what other honorary titles are worthy of? Master of the Bow? Sure. Oh, and she's got her own treasury. She's got a cat! She came with a cat! Oh my goodness, look at that face, it is too cute! A cat has deigned to grant this individual its company, for which said individual is likely very excited. Cool. Now all she's got to do is produce lots of strong babies for me. Or at least one green sun. That's all I ask for. I don't think I'm being too unreasonable. A green sun to call my own to unify our... Malakath gazing even more inwards. No one is certain, but all but the most token attempts to reach out to Malakath and his subjects within his realm have either been rejected or completely ignored. Does Malakath not like that his green representative on Earth is marrying yellow? Aloof. That's a new one. May not receive any boons. May make offerings, but no boons at all. For some reason, this Daedric prince is utterly disinterested in mortal affairs, and has withdrawn more fully back into oblivion. Even contacting them is nearly impossible. Aww. Is it his tum-tum that I give him too much to eat again? And something bad to eat? Hello. The bulk of his army is right here waiting for me. Everyone knows that I've spent years and years directing the work of my book when today I am presented with the final product. Excellent, I command my scribes, while I gently leaf through the legendary Bullfiend. 100 prestige. What's this book like? Monthly prestige, plus 0.25, Dynasty Opinion 10, Own Children Opinion 5. A exarch, un-exarch surely, must do all in his power to highlight the glories of his house. This tome sets a spectacular standard. And notes on racial phylogeny, that's new. Learning plus 2, fertility plus 15%. This treatise, compiled by the Arcane University's Council of Healers, examines of the biological differences between the various races of Tamriel, the reproductive compatibilities and incompatibilities, and the nature of race, all through a scholarly lens. What I do want the extra fertility. Stewardship 1, Learning 1, Stewardship 3. Let me unequip Spirits and Earn then. And get all that fertility in. 24 Magicka. Well, let me make you more fertile. There it is, Fortify Fertility. Graded version of the spell. Aw, and she'll like me for it. Plus 5 opinion for 120 months for blessing her with a spell. $8,000 troops. That is not actually gutting my attrition yet. That's pretty cool. And this is curious. Resistance so far seems to be in the north. We've got a token effort from Crosscrag, but nobody else really involved. Down to 18%, what happened? Oh, because Dunmarch taken. All the more reason to take things down quickly. Wait, what it is? Oh no. Onto boats. They are going straight four-way west, aren't they? In that case, don't go onto the island, but wait up here. If need be, it could always order mercenaries. And who knows, perhaps the stress of being trounced so quickly might force her to surrender. At the very least though, unless they have boats, they won't be able to attack here, seems to be holding true. Oh, I see red. Is that... That is a Somerset fleet from Alinor, with 43 galleys, which means a potential max of 4,300 troops. Mercenaries? I could afford 61 per month. There, that's plenty. For home defense. Whose boat is this? Grotwood. I guess they are big enough to have a good fleet, but it won't be enough. Oh, that's gonna be her surrender. Who to send back? Well, I guess I do have the greater move speed, don't I? And you want to marry? 16-year-old Cordillera with weakened stats, sure. Take her Ranville. Dull Drunkard, why not? We have the advantage of numbers. Oh no. Prince Shabab beams a smile at you while handing over a pouch of gold. He claims it contains the savings accumulated from hard work and donations from the richer families in your realm. Wonderful news. An extra 300 gold. This event is the worst though, cause he's my steward. His job is already supposed to be that he occasionally gives me greater tithe of gold. He does it anyway for free. All this does is, hey, a set number, 300 gold just for you. Now, how about you give me a favor? The awful thing is that at this size, 300 gold for a special tithe is nothing. He's asking me for a favor, or we'll ask for a favor, for doing less work than he's normally assigned to do. Prince Shabab reminds you of all the good work he's done lately. He thinks that with a fair compensation from his own pocket, the chieftain of Turug was only a modest request. He wants the chieftain of Turug be paid for this with a favor. Are you blackmailing me? Should be happy you keep your job, and this makes us greedy for whatever reason. Battle of Castaway Rest. In the chaos right in the Battle of Way Rest, my men have cornered Baron Cassirion of Elden Grove, who's rumored to have put up a tough fight, even when dozens of soldiers ganged up on him. Hooray. Let's stick up here for now. Stick up here for now. And get these mercs down here. Whoops. Sorry, Grotwood. And how is the war in the north right now anyway? It's alright, I guess. Just 19% war score in his favor. And I dare not call on my vassals yet. You know what though, get all these guys down here. Might as well put them to work. Still not his surrender. Johanna's marriage to you, sure. More vaults, no matter. Wolfmare's Guide to Better Thieving. Haven't I had that one already? Wealth plus 0.15, intrigue 2. Eh. What do you think, Malakath? Do you want a book on thievery? No, he still hates books. Colovian, where'd you come from? Must be an older acquisition. But brother-in-law? Willing to surrender yet? No? I've already won, he says. With 60% war score in my favor, he has already won. Even after destroying his army in Wayrest. And war score is only getting higher. 28 magicka, submit myself fertile now. I get extra fertility. My second wife gets more fertility. 15% on me. 15% on her. Anything else give fertility bonuses? Oh wait. Lots do. Like, if I chose to groom an heir for an extra 20% fertility. Seduction is fertility plus 25% and sex appeal up by 10. Family is fertility 25%. Let's go family. He does want a good large family for more claims. And how's things up here? Not too bad yet. His army is still weak and weak. Yeah, go for Scarden first or Scarhammer. Who else has an upcoming truce expiring? Karhemiladar the Lawgiver. And for some odd reason, he's still not in the defensive pact against me. So once I finish up here in Hammerfell, we could take more from Skingrad without worrying a bit. And then after that, take more Colovia. Nibene, is that a defensive pact on you that I see? He's big enough to have one, hence the squiggly squigglies. Just nobody's joined up yet, because they're all united against me. Nice surrender. Whatever happened to you're already winning, and if I give up now, you'll be merciful. We surrender under these terms. I gain everything, they lose everything. And all of it gets to go to you, my Slode. Kingdom of Auridian. Auridon. I think is the name of the primary, not the primary island, that's Somerset. That long poop shake island off the coast of Somerset. There, you get to be High Chief of Firsthold, to distribute those titles as you wish, and King of Auridon. This whole island to be yours for the Slodes. What year is it? 39? So a few more years, then Daggerfall could be asked again to properly convert to Malakath. And sure, this time, vassals he can come in. Was worried before that if I asked him in now, or then, that they'd throw themselves on all the opposition and there goes that war score. King Nemeth II of Daggerfall just reported being attacked by a lycanthrope and is seriously wounded. Fortunately, he killed his assailant. Do something about these lycanthropes, or Nemeth himself could be a lycanthrope. Arrest him. Could he be? I wouldn't know though. They keep it hidden this time. I'll keep an eye on him though. He is a person of interest. Everyone on here. Unsiege this land, and in doing so, take on that army, please. Min fadlik, por favor. Commanders, always cycling through commanders. You are bent low over your scroll, struggling to stay focused and keep your eyes open, when your wife, Exarchessa Veridil, enters. She crosses the room and inspects the scrolls over your shoulders. Perhaps a fresh pair of eyes might prove helpful to your husband. Perhaps she is right. Wait, are we both? We are both magically inclined. Your wife has received an education in theology like yourself, so she quickly grasps the nuances of the problems as you explain it. The two of you set to work, discussing and comparing passages of the war, from the war. Veridil is the most competent theologian. Within the hour, you've laid the groundwork for a promising solution. Brilliant idea for cultural technology points. I could use more cultural tech. But then, retire to the bedchamber and fall in love with your own wife. Could you imagine loving your own wife? Could you imagine not taking forever to march to a battle way out in the mountains of nowhere? More sacrifices. Oh, loads of people to sacrifice. None of them special though. All just nobodies. But still, some snacks might cheer Malakath up and bring him out of hiding. And Skingrad, still not in the pact? Is it because he's in hiding? He's in hiding and thus incapable of being a participant of it? They'll be alright. She's an okay commander, but I won't lose much. And where do these boats keep going? I could have so many boats, but they're still holding out. Is that it? Just a 2 from here? See, all Malakath needed was more food in his tum-tum. Virtually everyone interested in speak with Malakath has been scrounging to receive gifts from beyond the liminal barriers. Cool. Just interactive, still triumphant though. Finally, war complete. More num-num for the tum-tum. And more importantly, lover. Plus 50 opinion for being a lover. Oh, but a short-term lover only. Only for the next 200 years. Oh, she dislikes that I'm an infidel to Norse around a necromancer. But what about? What about? Bit of a present. And if I ask you to convert to the cult of Malakath, then I won't be an infidel, will I? And you have how many more years till I could ask you? Or I could ask you now. Cool. Perfect timing to win these wars. And he still likes me 100%, so you better say yes. Anybody else? Well, you're green packed, and I want to keep it that way. Oh right, there's you too. Currently, you worship Clavicus Vile. But let's face it, buddy, Malakath is much more honest. Much more straightforward. You know what you're getting with Malakath. Slightly too big. Got a big chunky there, didn't you, mercenaries? Uncled out of a poor diet. So, cousins the next in line. Game forgetting, I have a son. Wife is now Malakath, no more infidel malice. Daggerfall, properly Malakath. My slow doesn't want to follow Malakath. But Malakath has done so much for him. He gave him land in Lilywood, and then gave him a kingdom in Musavaradon. He dares. Oh well. And Skingrad is still out. Conquest of Pell's Gate. Just conquest of Pell's Gate. I've already got most of Pell's Gate. Alright, Skingrad. Since you're being extremely foolish, what should I take from you? Alara? Just 1 piece of land. Bravil is 2. That's tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From taking Dunay. And your capital. 1, 2, 3, and a bit more for the Wood Elves. Robeck is physically large, but only 3 pieces of land. Thritzi. 3 more for the Wood Elves. Virtue. Just 1. Gotta be Dunay then. And if Elsewhere is gonna be in the defensive pact against me, gotta give him a reason for it. And at the very least, Elsewhere and what's the other one, Senchal, could still join up. Can't they? Wait, no, maybe not, because you all follow Alkosh, right? Followers of Alkosh, and you all follow Riddlethar. Oh, so now you got no allies. Khajiits, but the wrong kind of Khajiits. A page has brought me a beautifully wrapped gift today. A perfectly balanced blade with a gilded hilt. The accompanying note says it's a gift from an admiring High Chief of Tazizi. Well, she is cute. But if I say it'll never happen, that is sex appeal plus 5. Hey, Robbie. 57% large spike, huh? Hi, tomorrow morning or afternoon. Cool. Well, it's Monday, so I guess you have to see tomorrow, huh? Sex appeal 5, sex appeal 5. The fool. I'm a married man. Oh, my boat's doing nothing. Quickly, boats, quickly. Just commanders down, we claim some baronies. King Sabir, what have you done? Oh, do you have a plot? To kidnap Patrician. It'll never happen, he's fine. And he hasn't done a crime yet. Now that, I could totally understand Robbie. Here I thought that 4 million bells would be a perfect amount. That's enough for my house development, out of development, maybe buy some cool stuff. Except now that Nook's expanded, so has its prices. Once every day, something that's selling for like 60,000 minimum or 260 at most, so far that I've seen. The guy's gone too far, he knows we're gonna buy him anyway. Is that my own wife, now part of the Elder Council? She is. Got herself a cat and an Elder Council amulet. And yet, they keep refusing to let me in. Prince Shabab approaches you. My liege, I have a great idea for monument. Something to raise our cultural status and make the people notice what a great ruler you are. I would require some gold and your patience, and the work will take a year to complete. How much gold? 986. This better be worth it. 5 fedoras. That was me for the longest time. Up until I realized that I'm pushing 1,000 inventory space in my storage. And it's mostly clothes. This cannot be sustainable. And had to pretty much toss out half my closet in a weekend. In order to treat your symptoms, Prefect Sharko brought you a perfectly baked pie. It is an old recipe, he said. Livestock herders out on long treks swear by it for preventing sickness. Didn't do anything, but it is pie. It is comforting at least. Saw the mercs right. Cool. Fever. So what have I got now? Fatigue and a fever. We don't have any epidemics up here, do we? No, no epidemics, so just something I picked up then. Unless I picked it up on campaign. Am I leading armies? No, I'm not. So no. To combat your fatigue, Prefect Sharku prescribed a diet rich in meat and flavorful, starchy tasting foods. So this guy's less of a doctor, less of a court physician. And more of a healing cookie culinary type person. And who are you warned against? Against Zara Kirius Skingrad from Hell's Gate, Carolian Conquest of Black Rock, and Villic Conquest of Varondo. Varondo and Black Rock, where's those? Varondo. You're Black Rock. And that is within the Clovian Highlands. So when I turn my gaze towards the Colovian estates, maybe it will be Sacred Tor then. My uncle's died? Of what? That was kind of a shuddering thing. Oh, just a natural death at age 72. Just a dying old man sound then. King of Yakuta, to be my steward. My first wife, maybe. My kinsman, who was still alive after all this time. Could I kick him out? I can't kick him out. You cannot kick family out. Find the Yakuta. Take you off the battlefield. Demand improved. Collect taxes, collect taxes. A queasy feeling overcomes you, and you feel an immediate urge to go vomit. So fever, fatigue, and vomiting, maybe it is flu. Rank up to Master Wizard. Non-aggression pact. The Duke of Tyr. Where is Tyr? Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Because Tyr falls under Matriarch Tanisi or the Tribunal Temple. Yeah, sure, we could have a non-aggression pact. Inward again, Malakat. You just gazed outwards. You can't be aloof and triumphant, man. How does it even work, being triumphantly aloof? It is a sniffles. I caught the sniffelos. Spell of cure disease, please. I kind of want to get back to baby making. Aw, cute. They think they could unsiege my stuff. When's he come in? 27th Frostfall is when he locked in. We'll arrive in Cathay on the 6th of Sun's Dusk. We arrive. 23rd Frostfall. It'll be safe then. A band of wandering orcs has arrived at the capital. They said, in their best hope of leading them to fame, plunder, and Malakat's favor. And they pledged their loyalty to me. Well, clearly, I am their best bet at Malakat's favor, because Malakat is doing nothing for it. How many is it? 1,000 good warriors? Now, I am sure I did see some... There's Adenor's army. Because once they declare war on the Colovian estates, Adenor is going to get pulled into that. Adenor? With their capital in Adenor. Getting sieged... No, not sieged down. Prince Spurring the Unhappy claim on Abarbus War. The Malmare pushing out of the Malmare lands. Cool, good. Keep you busy for a while. Then what to do with all you? Bring it down this way perhaps. Because 4,000 Colovians right on the border is a bit iffy. Peasant revolt is okay, just means the war is not going to end instantaneously. Dang, these guys could actually fight. Quickly end the battle? Cool. Still gonna be 2,000 versus 3,000. Gotta lead them. They're weak without me. Speaking of, can I summon any more? No, I can't summon any more. Check that out though, I am actually in line to become the next Archmage of the Mages Guild. Ask to retire? Can't ask to retire? Or is it through here? Visit the guild hall. Request your society grandmaster retire. Send an offer of gold to the leader of a society, asking them to retire from their position, swear off joining most major guilds, and name you as their successor. If they accept, they'll receive part of your gift as a lump sum, with the rest invested such that they receive a lifetime pension. The killer just set this pension aside, voiding it, and allowing them to join any society later time. And it only costs 750. I could afford that. Whether or not he says yes, though, is another issue entirely. Dear Master Wizard Shabab, it is with great regret that I must decline your offer. I believe that my leadership is to the benefit of the Mages Guild and all the current membership, and I have no intention of resigning this post anytime soon. Sign, Chieftain Mirdzog of Applewatch. Boo. A traveler arrived today, claiming to suffer from a dangerous curse. While most curses can be taken care of by priests, the holy men say it's too difficult for them, as they don't want to draw unwanted attention to themselves. A decent challenge. Oh no, are they actually winning here? I took the traveler with me, along with a couple of associated. We determined the nature of the curse, and are now ready to try and destroy it. It can be deadly for the curse wielder, but if done properly, we should all be safe. You and me both, Robbie. 1,600 sword space sounds like a lot, but it really isn't after a while. Though I know it is tempting. I have been tempted to create like new characters, not to be actual characters, but provide new services. Like if I put a tent somewhere in the woods to be a quote-unquote fortune teller with fortune-telling furniture. That is more storage space. And same if I put up a restaurant somewhere, a restaurant house. That's even more storage space if it's based on house size. Could do. And since every other future building is going to be drip-fed little bit by bit, might as well put our cafes and public bathrooms and fortune tellers now. Actually won, despite everything. It feels foolish, but I think I'll keep fighting them. How does he have so many troops anyway? Is that why he's not in the defensive pact, because he had too many? No, even then. That's what, 7,000 fought so far? And you gotta be within something like 80% to not count for defensive pacts. The monument promised by Shabal was finished. Upon unveiling, a statue of yourself is revealed, and you notice the crowd smiling and giving you a round of applause. 1,320, Robbie? Oh my goodness. That is far too much of a mood. Too much, remove it, gain humble. Nah, keep the statue. It's a good statue. Everybody's all growing up. Clovian with the blood of Van Ratharn? Who do you belong to? To Wantus of the Clovian Estates. Why? You're among my people. Well, first off, plenty of food for Malakath. Janus I'm going to hold on to. He might not be Tharn Tharn, but he does descend from it. And that is more important than the name itself. You know, I'm kind of doing that too. Got a whole bunch of fish in storage, not because I need them, but because someday Siege is going to come back. And he'll want to see that mahi and everything else. Gain bravery, gain gold. Arab Bruma. Just 500 companions. Everyone's got 500 companions. Hold on, Malakath, how would you like? Oh, I can't sacrifice him, but he's my prisoner. If he's my prisoner, surely that means I could use him how I wish. And Gehenna wants to marry. More random courtiers. Sure. Now, question is, right? Do I want to march into Clovia now? Or wait for troop strength to recover? Ooh, somebody's broken in twain. Defended against the High King Capellian in a war to revoke Silverguard. I could take you instead, it'd be much easier. And you're not in the defensive pact at all. Take Cloud Rest, take Kongrad, King's Haven, just a tiny bit of King's Haven. Lelangel would be a huge chunk of it. And it'll be 2 sea zones away from my lands up here, 2 sea zones away from here. It'll kind of be safe. It is really tempting. What's the current progress of the Civil War? 0%, it has just started. Honestly, a chance to weaken Adenor even more. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It does mean more boating around. Clovia should be easy, but it also means everyone else in the world ganging up on me as well. Maybe I should get more troop strength first before handling Clovia. Because what I expect is that I'll have lots of dudes pulling in from Frostcrag, Cheydinhole, Nimine, Soulrest, elsewhere, Grotwood, Adenor. So it'll be like 6,000 troops with maybe an extra 10,000 from vassals, an extra 10,000 from my own levies. Against 10,000 pouring in constantly.